Hi my beautiful mamas, welcome to another Pilates class. This class is suitable for postnatal mamas, but I want to make sure that you just listen out to my cues because I'm going to tell you how to tone it up or tone it down. Always watch for your doming and check that your pelvis and your spine is in nice alignment. Alright, without further ado, you're just going to need your mats for this one, so let's get moving. So we're just going to start off with our feet nice and flat. Feet about hip distance apart, your shoulder blades down and back in your nice Pilates posture. Hands go behind your thighs. And we're just going to start by rolling out that spine. So coming forward, pressing that chest forward and coming back. Your belly button is going to come towards your spine as your abdominals turn on. And your pelvis is going to tip slightly backwards as you come back. Pressing forward, opening up that chest. Inhale, press forward, exhale, pull back. And let's go for the other side. There's no right or wrong here. So just freeing up a bit of movement in your spine, letting those hips move again. And last one. Then coming back to your central position, let's go into a half roll down. So inhale, belly comes out, exhale, pull that belly button in towards your spine, start to roll back into your Pilates C-curve, and back up. Pressing that chest forward, opening up, exhale, pull back. So your pelvis tilts slightly and your belly button pulls in towards your spine. You're starting to really switch on those abdominals. Exhale through the mouth. Think about your rib cage, pulling down towards your hips. And now on this one here, you can start to let go of just underneath your thighs if you're feeling comfortable, and just free your hands a little bit to make it a little bit more challenging. And let's go ahead and add another layer for those who want to. So as you come back, I want you to reach back and over with your right hand and all the way back up. Exhale, tilting that pelvis under, reaching up and over, bringing yourself back. So of course, if you've had a C-section, go ahead and be mindful of your twist here. It's a slight twist, but there is a twist. And one more each side. Let's go ahead and roll halfway back into that nice C-curve, and then go ahead and free your hands straight up. Reach your fingertips forward, so just reach, reach, reach. And think about your abdominals here. Think about the ribs pulling down towards your hips, closing that gap between your ribs. Breathing, thinking length up here with your head, your shoulders pulling down. Nice, and then roll back up. One arm goes above the other. So just stacking those arms, bringing yourself back into your half curves, that nice switch on abdominals. And then we're just going to lift one leg up and down. Flex those feet and bring each knee towards the elbow. So exhale, lift. Inhale, return. It's not about speed here, this is all about mindful movement. Just warming up the abs. Nice work. Perfect. From here, bring those palms back. Down towards your mat, resting on your elbows. Shoulders back and down, palms flat into that mat. We're going to just do some heel slides. So bring each foot slightly closer to your bum. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, your abdominal switch on. You press that heel down towards the edge of your mat. And other side. So really think about exhaling and pulling that belly button in towards your spine as you press that heel out. Really push through the heel. Fully extend that leg. Last one on each side. Perfect. Now from this position here, your right leg is going to press down and out, externally rotate it, and we're just going to lift that leg up and down. So it's really important that you've got that external rotation. You're squeezing your inner thigh to lift that leg up and your abdominals are switched on. Remember, your pelvis is not moving for any of this movement. So squeeze that inner thigh to lift that leg up. Point, point, point through your toe. And now go ahead and flex that foot. Same again, we've got 6, 5. So keep those hips stable. And let's have one more here. Hold that foot just 1 inch off the ground if you can. And point and flex 3 times. And release. Straight into the other side. So that foot comes down, point the toe, externally rotate it. Inhale, deep abs switch on. Exhale, squeeze and lift. So we very rarely do a movement in Pilates without switching on our powerhouse, which is our deep abs and our pelvic floor. So think about the pelvis, stabilize it. Pull the ribs down towards your hips. Let's go ahead and do one more here, and then flex that foot. So press, press, press through the heel. Really externally rotate that leg, and lift up by squeezing that inner thigh. Nice work, ladies. Keep it up. It's all about control, connecting the breath to the mind and the body. One more here. And then keep that foot just lifted 1 inch off the ground and point. Really reaching through your toes, press through the heel. And release. Now let's go ahead and roll all the way down onto our backs. And let's do a couple of roll-ups. Just to get a bit of a spine stretch. So arms come up, up, up overhead. Inhale, exhale. Reach with the fingertips, reaching, following those fingers through, tuck in that neck, roll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, and roll over, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Oh, it feels great. And inhale, return, so slowly coming back down, really nice and controlled. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and reach over. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Tuck that neck under. Let's add a little bit more speed just to keep it nice and fluid. Reach, 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 reach. Point through the toes and back. Keep it controlled though on the way down for 3, 2, 1. All the way over. And exhale, last one. Keeping it nice and fluid. So think about ribs pulling in, reaching over, feeling that beautiful stretch. And back in. 3, 2, 1. Reach. And then press your palms firmly into the mat. Point your toes. Bring that right foot up and just slightly externally rotate that foot. We're just going to do some single leg circles. Inhale, your core is nice and tight. Exhale, the leg comes round in a nice circle and back up. Exhale, shoot the leg round and up. So again, my pelvis is nice and stable. My inner thigh is working as well. And one more before we go into the other side. And let's go for the other side of that circle. So only make the circle as big as you can control it. Last one. And release that leg back down. Let's go straight into your other side. Left leg comes up. Really think about stabilizing the pelvis before you start to move that leg. Externally rotate it. Let's go around and up. Point through your toes. Press your triceps, press your palms into the mat.
I don't have to stay here.
And other side. Think about control. Think about length.
Running around like
And
it'll
one more.
never be enough.
Bring that leg back down.
Run the days like
Reach up overhead just to get a nice stretch and point those toes. And then bring those feet in towards your bum. Let's start just finding a little bit of a pelvis tilt. So press forward and then tuck under, pressing your low back into the mat. Just to find that little bit of pelvis mobility. And then let's go all the way up into a nice pelvic curl. So exhale, curl the pelvis under, press your low back into the mat, squeeze your glutes and lift up. Finding that nice high position with your hips and back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale again, you come up to make it harder, press those arms overhead and pull through your fingers. So your fingers should be nice and long and back down. And again. Squeeze and lift. Now we're going to add on. So if you don't feel comfortable, then just stay in your pelvic curl. But if not, squeeze and lift all the way up. And let's go into some heel marches. So firmly press your left foot into the ground. Keep that stability and bring your right leg up to a 90-degree angle and back down. So you're just walking here, but you're squeezing the glutes to lift up those hips. And you're keeping your pelvis nice and stable. That's it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last one here. And then let's go ahead and lift that right leg up, all the way up to the ceiling, and just pull that leg down and up. Nice and controlled, making sure your hips stay level throughout. Only bring the leg down as far as you can control. And back in. Other side. So let's go to your left leg, lift it up to the 90-degree, point it to the ceiling, and then when you're ready, down and up. Last one. All the way back in. Keep your glutes nice and high, squeezing them nice and tight. And we're going to go in for some little pulses. Let's go. Pulse. 2. Keep those hips square and your knees square as well. So don't let them float outwards. Nice work. Perfect. Let's make it a little bit harder by lifting those heels up. And now I want you to drop your booty down towards the mat and squeeze back up. So all the way down and up, getting that nice range of motion. 2 more here. Last one, squeeze and hold at the top. So hold, hold, hold. You can bring your arms down if you like. And then just open and close at those knees. That's it, really nice. So getting that work in that outer glute there. Think about your rib cage, pulling down towards your hips. Just keeping that core on. 2 more here. And hold at the top. Hold, hold, hold for me. Drop that bum down halfway. Lift it up. Halfway. Lift it up. I promise we're almost done. 1 more. Squeeze all the way down. Nice work. Bring those legs in towards your chest. Hug those knees and roll out that lower back. You're going to feel that nice stretch in your glutes too. Guys, doing so well. Okay, just holding, hugging, and those knees in towards your chest, rolling your back out. Perfect. Bring that left leg down, your left hand on your right knee and pull towards the floor. Feeling that great stretch in your glutes. And back up. Knees towards your chest, the other side. Right leg fully extends, left knee comes towards the mat. Oh, feel that little click in my spine as well, always feels good. And back over. Making a little transition here, so just rolling onto your belly. Hands directly underneath your forehead, pull the weight sit onto your hands. Point the toes, find length. Press your pubic bone into the mat and pull your shoulders down, and let's go for those single hamstring curls. So squeezing the leg and lifting that heel towards your butt. The more you bring that heel in towards your bum, the more you're going to feel it in your hamstring. Last one here. Bring those arms back behind you, so putting one arm above the other. Press your right ear into the ground and let's go for double leg stretch. So squeeze and lift the glutes, lifting the legs just off the mat. And let's pump the legs 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Before clasping the hands and reaching up behind us, squeezing the glutes to lift the legs. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze and lift that chest. Remember, you're in control of how much you lift here and how much you work. So it's all about feeling good and leaving the body feeling better than when you started. So only pull as far up as you feel comfortable. And release the arms back down to your forehead resting on those arms. Squeeze and lift the glutes. Flex the feet and start to beat those legs. Just a little transition, a tiny break here. 3, 2, 1, and release. Press yourself up, pull your hips back so you're in a nice child's pose. Pull those arms forward and take a few breaths here. This always feels so amazing. And then coming onto your left side, let's go ahead and line yourself up. So your left arm is going to come behind your head, your hips are in line with your feet. Your right arm is just touching on your mat here. Lift those legs up and bring it to the corner of your mat. Point those toes, so find length here. And really pull that hip away from you so that you've got a nice gap between the hip and your mat. Inhale, powerhouse switches on. Exhale, lift that leg up and down. So when you bring it back down, only bring it back down to about hip height. Just starting a nice easy move here. But really switching on that core, so no movement in the upper body. One more, leave that leg up at hip height, point, 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 so find length through that foot. And then go ahead and sweep the leg forward as far as you can, and then pull it back. So again, switching on that core, exhale, sweep the leg forward, inhale, pull the leg back. That's it, nice work. So finding stability in your pelvis. Finding length in your legs. One more here. Bring it back to that neutral position, so hip height. And we're going to do some side rainbows. Oh, microphone just popped out. Side rainbows here. So inhale, prepare, exhale. Bring that leg up and over as if you're drawing a little rainbow, so a half circle. And all the way back. Nice work. 4. So Sometimes you can get a little bit wobbly. If that happens, just re-switch on your core, okay? So really think core. Last one here. And pull that leg back, so lift it up to about hip height and find length through the toe. Squeeze your glute, and then we're just going to lift up and down. So you're going to really feel this right here. But really find stability here. Squeeze the glute, point the toe, find length. 2, 1. Bringing that leg back to your neutral position. Lift the leg to hip height, turn the toe in, and we're going to bring that foot slightly forward. Inhale, prepare, lift up. Exhale, point the toe, tap it down. You're not going to drop the foot down, you're just tapping the big toe down and lifting that leg back up. Woo, this one really gets into your glutes. 2, 1 more, and release. Bring your legs into a clam position. We're just going to do last exercise here on this side, so you can tap out that glute slightly. So bring yourself into a nice clam. Inhale, prepare your deep core. Exhale, squeeze and lift that leg up and down. So on the exhale, you're lifting the knee, you're squeezing the glute before you lift the knee. 2 more like this, and I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. That's it, lift those heels off the ground and open the legs. So going into climb 2 here. Think about your belly button towards your spine, switching on that deep core. Now for those of you who want more of a challenge, watch my next move. Inhale, prepare, exhale, squeeze and lift, and point that toe out. So that is step 1. So if that's too much, then just stay in your clam position. Now for more of a challenge, instead of just bringing one leg out, you're going to go into a little starfish. So inhale, prepare, exhale, squeeze and lift. Starfish both those legs, bring them back. So you've got 3 options to choose from there. Whatever you do, think slow, controlled, and work within your level. 1 more here. And release. Go ahead and tap that glute out. Nice work. Let's go straight on to the other side. In fact, while we're here on our all fours, I want you to just do a nice cat-cow because it feels so amazing. So curling and rounding through the spine, pressing that bum back, looking up towards the ceiling. 1 more here. And let's go towards your other side. This is the last exercise. You guys have done so well, so we're just going to finish off balancing out our legs. So finding a nice long line on the mat. Remember, think about your abdominals. Pull that hip bone towards your top foot, so pull it down, down, down. Point through the toes. Lift those legs up into the corner of your mat. Top hand adds a little bit of support. Prepare your T-zone, exhale, squeeze and lift up and down. Pointing through the toe, keeping that powerhouse switched on. So my belly button is towards my spine. There's a little gap here between my waist and the mat because I'm pulling that hip down. Really point through that toe, don't let those shoulders creep up. You're actually only supposed to drop the leg to about hip height when you come back down. That's what we did on the other side there. Point, point, point. And bringing it back to your neutral position but keeping it at hip height. Inhale, prepare, exhale, pull that leg forward and all the way back. So we're sweeping that leg forwards using our abdominals and then sweeping it back. Think about your alignment. Think about your glutes and think about how good you're going to feel after this. Squeeze that glute. Use that core. One more here. Nice work. Bring it back to neutral. Let's go into those rainbows. So up and over. So again, think about that pelvic stability. Keep saying it, but it's so important. And then bring that leg back to the neutral position here. We are going to bring that foot slightly forward, internally rotate the toe down, and we're going to tap down and up. This one really fires up the glutes, the glute medius actually. We've got one more, and I'm afraid I've forgotten one move, so bring that leg back just slightly behind you, and we're just going to flex the foot, externally rotate it, and just pump it up and down, so small pulses like we did on the other side. It's always good to have balance. 2, 1, release that leg, bring yourself into your clam position, realign yourself if you need to so you're nice and lined up. Pull that hip down, exhale, squeeze and lift, opening up at that hip. Really nice work. You must excuse the amount of sweat that is going on here. It's because I'm filming in Bali and I can't film the aircon on because it makes too much noise for you guys back home, so it's hot. 1, let's go ahead and lift those heels off the ground. Pull that hip down, squeeze and lift. So remember, squeeze the glute, open up that knee. Now we're going into our last move, which is our little star jump or leg star jump or leg extension. So option 1, squeeze and lift, fully extend that leg, point through the toe. Option 2, go ahead and squeeze and lift and bring yourself into a nice star position if you like. So pick whatever works for you, but make sure it's within your limits. You guys have done so well. This has been a nice lengthening, strengthening, turning class. Place your comments below, so if you like what you see, then I can make more content like this. And release those legs back down. Tap out that glute. Let's go ahead and press up. Find yourself into a little mermaid position, so your right leg is slightly more forward than your left. Just breathe here, just to find a little bit of peace, ease, whatever you need, take it. Go ahead and lift both arms up, reaching with those fingertips. Your left arm is just going to place down right here, and then you're going to reach over. Really press your sit bones into the mat here. And then your right arm is going to come down, elbow onto the mat and reach over your head. Finding a nice length. And stretch in the side body. And just one more time, reach up and over. So you just need to stretch and do what feels good here for you. And other side. Bring those legs forward, point the toes, and just hinge at the hips to reach forward, finding a little bit of length. And also that stretch in the back of your legs feels great and epic. Right leg comes over the top, hug that knee and just give me a little bit of a twist around. You'll feel that in your glute, but also nicely in your spine. Legs come forward, hinge at the hips, exhale, reach, 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 reach. Keeping that spine nice and straight as you reach. There's no shame if you don't go all the way down. I'm not that flexible either. And your left foot over the top. Hug that knee nicely. Feel that nice great stretch in your glute. And just a little peek over your shoulder. And then that is it for today. Well done, mamas, you did so well. As I said, I really hope you enjoyed that workout. Remember to find out what works for you. After this session, check in with yourself. Ask yourself, am I tired? Am I exhausted? If you're exhausted, you've pushed too hard. Remember, you've got a little one or maybe 2 or 3 that you are taking care of. So you need that energy to bring it back to your home as well. But thank you so much for joining me. You guys were amazing. Go ahead and comment below, like and subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and let me know how your journey is going. Now remember, if that was too difficult for you, I've got a beautiful postnatal program out with 4 different levels. So you can go ahead and check it out. I'll place it in the box below. Thank you for joining. See you next time.